You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, February 9th, 2024, also known as my sister Stephanie's birthday. Happy birthday. Big sis.
Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Stephanie is older today. We won't name her age. She's older than me. So happy birthday, Stephanie, and hello, Chris Hansen.
Hello, Ryan Alford.
It's our weekly marketing and business news of the week here on Super Bowl Sunday weekend. Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
There's my best voice. That's all I had. That's everything. All in one. The WWE's calling. You know, I'm just getting my voice ready for it.
Hey, that's probably your dream job, being a ring announcer for WWE.
Absolutely. I would take that job right now. As much as I don't like traveling, that might be the one thing I would travel for. You know, they have to pay me enough to, you know, for the kids and Nicole and I to like travel in an RV, like a rock star or something, you know. So I might have to get in the ring too, you know.
Sounds like a good retirement plan.
I know. I mean, those wrestlers are up there. They're doing that shit till they're like 60 or 70. I still got 15 good years in me. Come on. Let's do it. Call me. Big enough. I can slam some dudes. I just don't really want to hurt throw my hip out or something, you know. Announcing sounds better. Announcing is more my speed. So pick up the phone. Call me. It is Super Bowl Sunday weekend, my friend. I know you're in the vacay lounge in Miami. The Super Bowl's in Vegas this year. Not G Vegas, where we are, but Vegas. What says you on the Super Bowl?
Well, you know me, I'm not the biggest sports fanatic. But I feel lame even saying this, but I'm interested to see the Kelsey Swift.
Oh boy.
You already know something's coming. You know?
Yes. So, is it a proposal? The NFL dream proposal? How great would that be?
Dude.
Oh, I would love it.
Couldn't write
a more fairy tale story. Hollywood made up story than that. No, I think they're in love. I know love when I see it. And I think Taylor's laying it on old Travis. He's got a twinkle in his eye.
More power to him.
You know, they're both mature. They're like 30 somethings. I think they know how to make each other happy. Like they're not like 20, you know, like, right. So it looks real to me. I know there's all these conspiracy theories. We talked about this last week, but it's looking more real to me. I just think it's hard to fake that twinkle in your eye, and Travis has it.
It is.
And speaking of the Super Bowl, I did want to pick up a few things. It is one of the biggest media. You know, we're a marketing show, business show. So we got a few articles related. Some of these came in last minute, but they came in nonetheless. So Variety.com, I like this. It says Super Bowl advertisers poised to play things safe, fearing social media backlash. So, in other words, we might
That's
not
the most Super Bowl marketing I've ever heard. Isn't it always to push the envelope a little bit?
I'm hoping that it just means they're not going to throw politics in our face. So I'd be fine with that. But look,
yes,
this is what it's become. And I don't know, you know, we'll see how it plays out. You can be creative and edgy without being political.
For sure.
You know, playing it safe, you can take it a few different ways. Like leave the politics at the front door, but you can still be creative. I mean, it's like, well, we guess we're going to play it safe. You know, we don't want to, you know, go on one side of the, you know, there's other ways to go. It's called being creative. It's calling breaking through, and it's calling how to, you know, having a key insight that drives a creative brief. So
going political is low hanging fruit. I feel like, you know, like you said, it's a time to get creative, do some cool shit.
Yes. Says, while some commercials that run may shock or surprise, most will aim to comfort or amuse as marketers pull back on pushing the envelope. The bulk of the 70 or so Super Bowl commercials that will rely heavily on celebrities. They always do. And a few of them will expand beyond the usual 30 or 60-second running time, according to people familiar with the matter. Change of recent years with a big game featured commercials 90 seconds or even 2 minutes in length to encompass big concepts or cameos. So we'll see. It says, life generally is more difficult for consumers. They are more constrained. And so they want their commercials to reflect that. We'll see. They're going to lean into nostalgia, humor, and emotion at the Super Bowl. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm okay with all that, but there's going to be a million celebrities. It's like borrowed interest, baby. That's what that is. Yep. Number one. And just to be clear, this year, just like last year, 7 million big ones for a 30-second spot on CBS.
Wow.
7 million for 30 seconds. Do have a captive audience. It is one of the places. I actually, as I own a digital agency, but still I grew up on the analog side, TV, radio, outdoor. I still believe in both. I do think if you have the right product, the right brand, the Super Bowl is worthy of the value than any other medium just about. If you have the right product, the right spot and commercial and right way, that the captive audience and attention and the broadness of the reach is so incredible. It can actually be worth the money. It's just you have to get all of it right. So my doubt or disbelief in using this medium has less to do that I actually think the value is there because the audience reach is so large and so captive that I think it's actually worth it. But I have less faith that brands that should be there are there or that pull off the right execution. So it's like you got to get all those variables right. So we'll see. And I thought this was interesting. This came from DigiDay. Go figure. It's a digiday.com. They're one of the digital journals. So obviously their sake is and keep is in all digital mediums. But it was saying, here's what a 7 million 30-second Super Bowl ad can purchase in digital media. That's what you could get spending that same amount of money. 4.4 million clicks on Walmart Connect. That's Walmart's new pay ad. You can get 2.8 million clicks on TikTok's in-feed ads. So 2.8 million clicks. That's not impressions. That's clicks. If you got a good conversion rate, dude, that's checking the cash register right there. Mm-hmm. 140 million impressions on a streaming ad. Wow. Also known as programmatic for those in the know. 5.6 million clicks on Bumble.
I didn't know Bumble had advertising.
Yes. You get 5.6 million clicks on Bumble. Selling that new lube. There you go.
Saying vacant.
Just keeping it real.
Lube.
Yeah. 10 million clicks in Candy Crush.
Damn.
All this.
All very diverse, different audiences.
Yes. Very diverse audiences. But those are the things you could get in exchange for that. And look.
Let me ask you, what would you do?
It depends on product.
I guess it depends on
the product and what you're selling. If you have a high converting direct to consumer product that you feel good about the conversion rate, those digital placements make a lot of sense as far as, and you need sales. If you're playing the long game and you need mass brand awareness, then the Super Bowl can make a lot of sense. And not that it wouldn't drive sales. It does, because Super Bowl is one of those few things that can play on both hands. It does have a lift on immediate sales, but it does have a lasting impact on overall brand awareness. And if you have a mainstream product, nothing that drives me crazy is just like you got this hyper niche product that only like maybe 1 in 20 people would be interested in. You run that on Super Bowl, it's like that's digital, baby. That's what targeting's for. unless you're trying to make a sale of the company or something, but like sometimes there's a lot of different strategic reasons for why you run the Super Bowl. And if it's a pure marketing play, it's generally like, reach, overall reach from the ads, just the total volume of people watching. And if you have a global product, then look out. Global direct-to-consumer product? Okay. Could be a winner. Do you watch the ads more intently when you do watch the Super Bowl?
For sure.
Yeah. Everybody does. Some people have just the ad party. You're watching, look up the ads. You're paying attention. You want to be entertained.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the experience.
Exactly. It is support. And so it's one of the only things where the ads are part of the entertainment experience. What other instance, even with sports where, it's live, like other places where TV still makes sense, to have the captive audience where they're actually looking forward to the advertisements.
Right.
Probably there's nothing else like it.
I don't know anything else. People talk about the ads equally as much as the game.
Yes. Sometimes more.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tie between the ads, the game, and Swifty.
Trifecta. They're coming hard this year.
What's the over-under on Kelsey Swifty mentions on the Super Bowl broadcast? 25?
They're going to milk it.
They would. And I would milk it too if I was CBS. Milk the shit out of it.
There's a lot of money to be made off those two.
Yes, exactly.
That's the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, exactly. Selling all those fries.
They're special menu items, with no affiliation, right? I mean,
yeah. Those is it over now fries or whatever they were. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. But those are some interesting numbers. So playing it safe with the commercials, supposedly, which I say boo to, but we'll see. I think there'll be a lot of celebrities and a lot of hopefully not regurgitated concepts, but it's some fresh creativity. And then ultimately 7 million big ones. Lots of media being spent, lots of dollars getting thrown around. So this is big news in cable media, sports media, and everything. ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers are putting together a juggernaut sports streaming app. Warner Brothers Discovery is preparing to launch a streaming service in partnership with ESPN, Disney, and Fox Sports. All three companies have agreed in principle to launch an as yet unnamed standalone app. Three names I enjoy, as yet unnamed, of which all will share 1/3 ownership this fall that streams a range of leagues and sports. Here's the big deal here. The only reason a lot of people still subscribe to cable TV in general or satellite or whatever you want to call it is sports, live sports. So when ESPN, Fox Sports, TNT, TBS, that's the NCAA tournament, by the way. They also do all the NBA games. ESPN does all the college stuff, all college football. Fox Sports has a ton of NFL. We're getting a lot of sports into one app and one streaming platform. So when you can get that, let's call it making things up, don't know yet, $29.99 for that app, for all that live sports content. Are you going to pay $80 to $120 for cable anymore?
Fuck no.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't.
I haven't, like 4 years, I haven't used cable.
Yeah.
Wait, longer.
I only use it because of live sports and college football.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's getting eerily interesting for where the cable dollars are going to go. And so you're going to see ads. You're going to see a lot of things follow this. But if I owned DirecTV, if I owned Spectrum, Charter, all these cable networks, Comcast, this is teetering on interesting territory. And yes, perhaps they will maintain rights to some of these channels as well. maybe, but long-term, maybe not. Then it gets interesting. And so what does that got to do with business and marketing? It's got everything to do with business and marketing, because this is where ads will run. This is where awareness will be built on these platforms and on these streaming. And, the cord cutting, barely gets used anymore because it's just known that almost everyone's cut the cord almost in some way with streaming and apps and otherwise. And you've got Netflix bringing on wrestling and other sports. All these streaming services are starting to bundle, get together content, both, I would say, play shift content, which is a fancy word for saying, okay, I want to watch content when, where, and how I want to, not on a schedule. And then live content like sports that you can get access to through the same channel. So it's getting interesting in the media world, my friend.
Shaking it up. I like it.
Yeah. And the as yet to be named, unnamed standalone app. That's what they should just call it. AYUS.
That was some word vomit, whoever wrote that.
I'm like, huh. But
yeah.
Adderall. Yes, as yet unnamed standalone. That's just, okay. It's going to be its own app. Great. Perfect. Here we go. So we'll see. Big news in media and sports, and whether or not cable will stick around. And if you want to learn from me directly, join my newsletter, ryanalford.com/newsletter. Sign up. I give daily advice on marketing, personal branding, podcasting, life. Give that a shout. Join that. It's free. It's daily. Just like this show, we give away our best advice. Here's an article to us from Marketing Dive, one of our favorite sources for marketing news. Gatorade fuels digital transformation with free membership platform. Gatorade has introduced Gatorade ID. It's real creative. A free membership platform aimed at personalizing user experiences. Members gain access to exclusive benefits such as personalized equipment, limited edition releases, discounts, and more. In collaboration with DJ Khaled. Another one. Or Khaled. Gatorade launched a collection available exclusively to Gatorade ID members for $140, featuring a personalized bottle towel and Jordan brand hoodie. This initiative signifies Gatorade's digital transformation, leveraging data, athlete insights, and digital innovations to enhance its offerings. Let me tell you what this really is. This is how you get first-party data. So you sell Gatorade, and you sell in the grocery stores. The relationship is owned with these third-party resellers of your product, and you have a hard way of having a direct one-to-one conversation with the people drinking your product. So that's the point of launching this. You can call it digital transformation. You can call it innovations, athlete insights, leveraging data. No, this is how you have one-to-one conversation and relationship with your own customers. You get them to sign up for your app. You get them to sign up for your email list. And it's so that they can have a one-to-one conversation and one-to-one relationships with people that are buying the product. And I think it's really smart. And I also think that people love the limited edition stuff, the Jordan hoodies, getting DJ Khaled, do whatever the hell they're going to do. People like that kind of stuff. So I think they're off the right foot here. But that's what this is about. Gatorade wants a more direct conversation and leverage with their customers that are drinking their product, knowing that 90% of Gatorade is drank and bought by third-party resellers. So that's what this is, my friend.
Great analysis.
That's what we do here. We're not trying to sell clicks here. No. We're just trying to help our sponsors. Speaking of which, Vacay, VAYCAY, takeavacay.com. Premium plant-based products delivered right to your house. My favorite, sleep gummies right next to me. It's funny, I don't even know how I stay, by osmosis, I sometimes get a little nodding off here on the episode. That's the power of the Vacay sleep gummies. In all seriousness, I take like a half. I'm thinking, I know my brain's working too hard. Take a little half of one of those babies, and I am Sayonara City sleeping. You got the Z's. So Give them a shout. Takeavacay.com, VAYCAY, the only way to vacay. Official sponsor of the Radcast. And we don't need no clicks. We need the vacay clicks. So give them a shout. Nothing like putting down someone else's clicks while bringing ours up, Chris. You know.
Exactly. Marketing 101.
Marketing 101. You can't put yourself up without putting somebody down. You know? That's what people think. But I do like to play by Gatorade. Smart. In other news, speaking of Netflix, first ad platform, not first ad platform, but first global partner. That's on Netflix's newly released ad platform, Expedia. Makes sense. Global travel provider. Expedia becomes Netflix's inaugural global advertising partner, launching a multi-market campaign on the platform's ad-supported plan for 2024. The campaign will feature localized ads tailored to language and culture in various countries. Additionally, Expedia will serve as an alpha measurement partner in the UK and Brazil. Alpha measurement partner. You can't just call them one of the first. They're the alpha measurement partner. I want to be the omega measurement partner. This partnership highlights brands' confidence in Netflix's ad-supported tier, leveraging its global reach and ability to target audiences amid declining linear TV consumption. That's what we were just talking about. People watch it when and where how they want to, and not necessarily watching Judge Judy at 9 a.m.
I hope not. I hope those days are behind us.
I'm watching Judge Judy when and where I want to. You know, when after I get the old DVR powered up, those reruns.
I know you love Judge Judy.
I'll tell you what, I don't watch Judge Judy, but I watch the hell out of some Dateline. Man, Cole and I watch some Dateline. And I put Nicole in there because she's usually sitting next to me, but I'm usually controlling it. Like if there's nothing else on, if there's not like a live sport that I'm going to watch, I'm watching some reruns of Dateline. I don't know why.
Dateline,
it's the murder mystery. It gets me every time.
I mean, dude, people bring it up to me all the time. It's my name because Chris Hansen, because To Catch a Predator.
Exactly. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
You're like, oh, that dude from Dateline? Like, yeah, it's my uncle. It's not. Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, catch those.
That's my godfather.
Yeah.
I was named after my godfather, Chris Hansen.
All heroes don't wear capes. Chris Hansen, circa 2000s. He was ahead of the game, helping out the world.
You could totally screw people with that. You should, you know.
I figure not a bad affiliation.
He's catching bad guys.
Yeah, you know.
But man, there's something, and I'll be watching the Dateline, and like it'll feel eerily familiar, and I'll get like halfway through. I'm like, oh, I've seen this one. I'm like, shit, I already know what happens. I'll remember the end, but I can't. But the beginning, I've watched 30 minutes of. I'm like, oh, this is a really good one. I really like this one. And then I'm like, it's starting to feel familiar. Maybe it's just because a lot of the cases are this way. And then there'll be like a scene that triggers like in my, deep, dark memory, I guess. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what happens. And I'm like, damn it. Because there's like hundreds of these things and there's a million that I haven't seen. So I get a little disappointed if I waste like 30 minutes watching one that I've seen before. You know, you feel that way. And everybody's nodding right now going, yeah, I know. That happens to me sometimes. They have the same short-term, medium-term memory issues that I do. But it's like it's kind of like sad. Like I'm watching it and I feel like it's not real. I'm like, this shit really happened. Like these people really did this to one another. Like when you think about it, I can kind of get depressed. I'm like, this is what people do to one another. Like he really killed her. Like. And you know it happens. I'm not naive, but it's like, I don't know. People are fucked up.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
I do. It's kind of reminds me. I'm like, all right, I need to just go back into my zone of pretending this wasn't real. It was just entertainment, Yeah. Yeah. But nonetheless, back to Netflix. The point there was people watch things when they want to watch it and not necessarily at 8 p.m. We've got Dateline. Well, who cares? I'm going to record it and watch it when I want to watch it. So And what's interesting that with these streaming platforms have figured out, they don't really let you fast forward through the commercials. Now, when I DVR it on my YouTube TV app, I can actually fast forward through all the commercials. And yes, I'm in advertising, but yes, I also fast forward commercials that are typically targeted towards women. I don't know what that says about my viewing habits, but you know, I can only watch so many, I don't know, Lifetime promotions. There's a lot of like Lifetime promotion on Dateline. I sometimes get a little like self-conscious about it. Like,
well, it makes sense. I mean, women love murder. They love Lifetime.
Mystery.
So, yeah.
But anyway, Netflix, huge, ginormous company with a huge ad platform, and Expedia, being a global company, is going to take advantage of that reach and see how it goes. Dunkin, one of my favorite places. A little extra at Dunkin. That was my go-to in New York. Until I realized that's why I gained like 10 pounds. So I had to cut that back a little bit. I'm walking in Manhattan every day. I'm walking a mile like every day. I'm like, and I'm working on getting, I'm like, why am I gaining weight? And it was the 900 calories in the extra Dunkin'. So, yeah, I didn't eat I call it Dunkin' because I wouldn't even eat donuts, you know. But anyway, they got a new campaign. These are fun with Ben Affleck, and it could be headed to the Super Bowl. That means it is, folks. This comes to us also from Marketing Dive. Dunkin' premiered a new ad titled Pop Star during the Grammys, featuring brand ambassador. Yes, he is, also known as Batman. Ben Affleck, contemplating a career as a pop star in response to memes from his appearance at the Grammys. The ad showcases Affleck's humorous journey to becoming a pop star, including interactions with industry professionals and TikTok stars. Speculation suggests the campaign may continue with a Super Bowl spot indicated by a to be continued title at the end of the ad. I love me some good to be continues. That's a good moniker that isn't used as much anymore, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like Back to the Future. To be continued. Doc. Yeah, anyway. Same thing with commercials. You know, you gotta, hey, suspense.
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger. You want to know what happens? If you want to know what happens to Affleck, you got to watch Super Bowl. So we'll see. I like Ben Affleck now. I liked him maybe better when he drank, but that's okay. Like, not because I encouraged his drinking or wanted him to be unhealthy. I don't know. I liked the movies he was doing then. It was more, he was just busier, it seemed like. And I like his movies. So it's not because he was drinking, but it just seemed to be like when he worked more. Mm. I do sort of like seeing him and Jen, his wife, also a global icon, you know, seem to be bickering sometimes when he's sober.
Those videos of him like opening the car door. Have you seen that? Yes. He like slams it. It's like, which anyone who ever has been in a relationship can relate with that. Like that made me like him more.
Get in the car.
I've been that guy before. And it's always some stupid fight where you're just like, fuck.
I'd never be physical, but I'll slam this door.
Hey man, they got a history. They've been on and off a long time. I was like 12 when they dated the first time, I think.
I just can't see a world where that lasts forever. I don't know. But maybe it does. Maybe they're just destined to make it.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I do like him in the Dunkin's commercials. So look out for that on the Super Bowl. We do have a few news and notes. Hit the back button, which I recommend you do. Derek Fay, really cool guy, really successful, gives you the playbook. You know, if you really pay attention to all the guests, we'll teach you to be successful, a millionaire, make money, understand marketing. Like, we're having a ton of successful people that give you and lay it out for what to do. Can't do it for you. We got to give you the info. You got to turn knowledge into action, baby. Derek Fay, check him out. Next week, Tanner Gardner, speaking of making money, if you run a company, you got multiple employees, you don't want to miss this. It's about the 3 R's: retention, recruitment, and revenue. Tanner Gardner talks about a new program that's sort of, I'm going to call it it's not a loophole because it's readily available, but a benefit and a health plan that you can add to your employee plan that will save you both money and give your employee benefits. That's sort of the payoff. But there's other insights and new tips around those 3 R's. That's next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. We release about 5 a.m. on those Tuesdays so that when you're hitting the treadmill, you're ready to get enlightened. Check for that on next week. And we do have some fun, social holidays. It is Stephanie Scruton is my sister's name. Don't be going do anything weird like looking her up. But yeah, it's happy birthday to her. So that's one national holiday. Stephanie's birthday. It's also National Pizza Day today, Chris.
Shit.
I'm going to celebrate this. I'm going to eat some pizza pie here on Friday. For sure.
Me too.
Tomorrow's Chinese New Year. So blow up those firecrackers if you got them for the Chinese New Year. You never know. And then the 11th is Inventor's Day. It's also Super Bowl Sunday. So Inventor's Day or Super Bowl Sunday, whichever one you want to celebrate. I'll personally be inventing some new dips for my buffalo wings. Whatever that might be. I'll mix and match mine. What's your go-to? What's the number one snack for a Super Bowl Sunday for Chris Hansen? Like if you could choose it, you're going to a party and you're like, dang, I wish they'd have this.
Fuck. I'm simple. I just want to say like a hamburger.
Oh, a hamburger. You don't want like I don't know, like some kind of funky dip or something?
No, honestly, some queso bean dip or something.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Something that I don't. Yeah. So it's like Thanksgiving. It's about the sides, right?
It is like that. You never have quite. I will say this. I'll snack so much. The game starts at 6. You start snacking at 4. So I get full before the even game starts with chips and all this stuff. And then when the game's over, I'm like, I didn't really feel like I ate a meal. And so, you wash it down with a steak or a hot dog or something.
Yeah. Munching on all the dips, the fruit tray.
Yeah. And you didn't really have a main course. It was like you had 17 appetizers.
Yeah.
Oh, the plight of Super Bowl Sunday. So, yes. And next week, this will happen before our next episode. It's Valentine's Day. On the 14th, if you needed a reason or a date to celebrate that loved one, and Ryan doesn't need a date to celebrate Nicole. He loves her every day, and he didn't need Valentine's to remind him. But in all seriousness, it's Valentine's Day. So don't forget, this is your reminder, get those flowers ordered, get those dinner reservations, because they aren't taking them on the 13th, baby. They're all filled up.
Better plan ahead, bro.
Chris, stuff you don't have to worry about, being single and ready to mingle down there in Miami.
Yeah, I'll probably hang out with Storm.
Get her
ordering some pizza.
Yeah, get her get Storm a big heart, chew bone or something.
Yeah, I'll get him something. At the doggy bakery, they've got those heart-shaped cookies and stuff. I'll get him something.
Exactly. Cool, man. That's all we got for our Super Bowl weekend marketing edition here of the Radcast. Any final words?
I'm pumped for these ads. I'm interested what we see, and I'm sure we'll dive into it next week.
Chiefs or 49ers? Who you got?
Chiefs.
Yeah. It's hard to fight.
For no reason besides I have friends there. And I got to give Kelsey
Yeah, give him some love. I just have a hard time picking against Patrick Mahomes. It's kind of like, everybody kind of bought in, thought Baltimore was going to beat him. It's like, yeah, he didn't even have the greatest wide receivers ever had. He's just hard to beat, man. Hard to pick against them. If you told me who I think is going to win, it's the Chiefs. I kind of sort of pulling for the 49ers just because they need a little something. And Brock Purdy's a pretty good story, the last pick of the draft. So be a good story, but hope it's a good game. We appreciate you wherever you are, whenever you are, however you are. Thank you for making us number one. For Chris Hansen in Miami, Ryan Alford in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.